Hello students, I am making this video as soon as I heard we have about 6 inches here in the Bethlehem, Hellertown area. So hopefully you guys are safe. But yes, looks like there'll be a flexible instruction day on Monday. And I'm recording this Sunday morning. So here we go. So if you go into your science class, find the pink, I always make it pink, I don't know why, with the flexible instruction folder, flexible instruction day folder. I have this video. This video, I think I showed a few classes, but then I realized, I'm better off teaching it to you myself. However, I'm not there with you, so this one is very good to watch. I'm actually going to take the assignment you have to do out of the Thursday folder. You did get this Thursday. You got this paper Thursday. So yeah, I'm going to take that out and I'm going to move it so that way you can find it. More Punnett Square classwork. This is what's due as your Monday flexible instruction day assignment. You will have a Tuesday one, so please be prepared for that. If Tuesday is a flexible instruction. If not, it's just the SpongeBob genetics paper you got on Friday. But this one that you got on Thursday was 2 papers stapled together. Click there. Now you would see something different. I see something different because I'm your teacher. There is something that says like a gray button that says start assignment over here, like on this side of the screen. However, you did get this on paper, so you can always, do that. I'm trying to think. Let's see, where am I at here? All right, when you do open it up, it looks like this. And you could do this on paper, that's fine. But if you do it on paper and you're using like a letter like W, for example, you've got to make sure you show a difference between a capital and a lowercase. Really exaggerate. I can't show you on here. I guess I can if I use the pen and write it. But yeah, you would have to really exaggerate, make that capital W is really tall, make the lowercase w is very small. So I could tell the difference to make sure you're correct. And so even you can tell the difference too. Anyway, so the most important thing is that it talks about genotypes and phenotypes. Let's review quick. The phenotype is a physical appearance of the organism. What does it look like, or what does it have? I do believe one of the examples on this is about the dog being deaf. That is still technically a physical appearance example. Sorry, guys, I'm like yawning because, man, I need more coffee. Genotype is the inherited combination of alleles. Those are your inherited letters. The letters you get, one from mom, one from dad. This is to practice. You can see the example here. A lot of people can do this. They can do this lovely square, Punnett Square, but they forget how to do this. And again, we need to analyze. So you take whatever allele combinations they have, and this one only had 2, and it's nice because this kind of gives you a hint of how many you should actually have. So if you go into the first one, cabbage butterflies, white wings are dominant to yellow wings. Now let's review dominant and recessive. So dominant, no matter what, if it's a capital letter, it's going to always show that dominant trait. So dominant will be white wings. I already just saw somebody's paper where they messed this up. They thought dominant was yellow, and nope, you got to read to that. White wings are dominant to yellow wings. That's your recessive trait. That's your little w. Okay? Sorry, that's coming up as copy. So if a heterozygous, right? Heterozygous, one of each, big and small. Butterfly is crossed with double small or homozygous recessive butterfly. What are the possible genotypes and phenotypes? So you do your Punnett Square, then you fill the table out. And if you look, there's only 2, you're only going to get 2 different ones. And what I do is you probably have this button where it says looks like a T for text. You just click on it and you click where you want to add the text. Oh, look, see that? So unfortunately, this thing blocks it. But I know there's a big W on top, and there's a little w on the side. So that's good there. I still think I have text highlighted on there. You might have to retype it depending on what you're at. And it's okay if you can't get them exactly lined up. You see how mine's like a little off. You can adjust it, I think, but it's not a big deal. As long as it's in the box, you're fine. And then this one, and this one's not big W, right? This is a little w on top, see? So you can always go in and change it. There we go. And then here, big W on top, little w over here. So that's what you're going to have. You're going to have heterozygous. And right here, small w, small w. So bring them down, bring them over. And as you can see, I am not the greatest at this either. So do I expect you to be? No, of course not. So what kind of genotypes do you have in this box? Well, you've got 2 boxes of big W, little w, and you have 2 boxes of 2 little w's. So those are your genotypes. So you come down here, big W, little w, and 2 little w's. Now phenotype, let's talk about this. So because there's one big letter, all you have to have for a dominant is one big letter. So there's your one big letter. So that's going to be white wings. Okay. Oh, I can't highlight it because of being in text still. So you're going to put white wings. White wings. Easier if you type it. Then what are the chances of getting that as an offspring? You have 4 boxes. Each little box will be worth 25% because 100 divided by 4, because the whole thing is 100%, right? 100 divided by 4, 25. However, I've got 2 boxes, so 25 plus 25, there's my 50%. Now we have 2 little W's. Genotype. Phenotype, that codes for yellow wings. Go to your text box, type yellow wings. Don't just type white and yellow, specify like what it is. And the chances, 2 out of 4, which would be 50%. And honestly, the chances that you should get is either 100, 75, 50, 25, or 0. So the probability that we're using is so simple. All right, so that's the first one. Yay. Here's the deafness one. Okay, and it looks like you're crossing 2 heterozygous, so you're going to have 3 different genotypes. You're going to have 2 big D's, 2 small D's, and a big and a small. But look how it says it in dogs. Here, I'm going to click off the text here. I don't want to text anymore. I'll go to select again. In dogs, there is a heredity type of deafness caused by a recessive gene. So, the heredity type of deafness is caused by a recessive gene. That means that dog would have to have 2 small alleles, 2 recessive alleles. So, deafness is actually, deafness is actually notated with 2 little d's. All right, so even if you come down here, I know you're going to get a little d somewhere. I'm going to have to adjust it, by the way, to shift that up. That's going to actually cause deafness. All right, 2 dogs who carry the gene for deafness but have normal hearing are mated. So you can even say normal but carrier when it's big D, little d. It would be normal hearing, but you can say normal but carrier, meaning they can pass it down. All right, 2 big D's are just going to be normal hearing. They don't even have the gene to pass down. That's good though. And then 2 little tiny D's, that's going to be deafness. So do your Punnett Square, fill out your genotype, phenotype, the physical trait, and fill out the chances. Do the same thing here. This one, it kind of fools you because, I don't know if you know, this is 2 big S's, 2 short S's. Guinea pig short hair is dominant over long hair. So a big S means short hair, and a little s, which is so hard to tell like what it is long hair. There's still 2 boxes in here. However, if everyone does this and goes through it, every single box is going to be big S, little s. So you could put that down, big S, little s. Phenotype, again, put short hair. Here I would just do the opposite. So 2 little s's, long hair, and even though there's like a 0% chance. 0%. Oh, this fits in there. All right, that one's kind of tricky because everyone's like, what do I put in the second column? Well, there you go, second row, there you go. And then the third, again, just be very careful. Read. Can you curl your tongue on the up on the sides. That's just the regular tongue curling, not the one where people are talented and can do both. But if you go through it, it's pretty easy. Again, though, feel free to ask questions. Tomorrow, when we do have a flexible instruction day, I am going to make a Quizlet of all the vocabulary terms. And if you're not sure about what the vocabulary terms are, now this is everybody's folder, looks exactly like this one. I go to Unit 7, and in Unit 7, there's a Chapter 3, Section 1 and 2 vocab to make flashcards. You guys can make flashcards too. Our test is going to be next Tuesday, the 3rd of February. Sorry about the font. Hopefully you guys can read that okay. It's not cursive, it's still print, but it's kind of pretty print, right? So I'm going to actually make an entire, there is a lot, wow, a lot of definitions. Even incomplete dominance is something that needs to be done too. So there's a lot of difference. I might even give you guys something to do on incomplete dominance, codominance, and blood typing. Blood typing is pretty interesting. I can probably give that to you guys on Tuesday instead of having you do the SpongeBob, and then we can do SpongeBob in class on Wednesday, start reviewing Thursday, you have off Friday, and then we'll really review Monday. And honestly, a lot of the review is vocab. Like the test is vocab, and then doing these Punnett squares and figuring out what percentage is this, what percentage is that. So I just want to make sure you're aware of that. So these are things you can work on. You can even work on them today if you want, because I'm posting this video today. And this will be the first thing. I'll have a link to the video. So you can't see it right now, but with your flexible instruction folder, which I'm trying for every class, I'm trying to move them up to the top because I know we're going to have one. I'm going to put this last because that's the thing I don't really want you guys to like watch as much as this one. And then here's your homework, but I'm going to put a link right above there that says flexible instruction day. Well, and you would know because you got to this link. All right, well, have a great day. Please send me messages because technically, if it's a flexible instruction day on Monday, I am supposed to still work and do my job. So that means I have to be available to you. So you send me messages on Schoology or email me. I can get back to you as soon as possible. All right, I want to make sure you guys are successful. You guys understand this. And if I have to put another how-to video just so you guys can make sure you're ready and do this, that would be fine as well. I'm more than happy to do that for you guys. All right. Stay safe, stay warm, stay dry, help your parents, and have a great one. I'll see you soon.